let's see how we can work with routes using Node's HTTP module. We have the basic server here. And what I want to do, I want to support some routes. Let's try to support a home route, an API route, and see how we can respond to different things in there. So to support that, we need to first read the URL information, and this is easy. We can use request.url to do so. So now when I request localhost, the request.url is /, and anything I put here, I will be able to read it. So to handle routes, all we need to do is we need a switch statement for this request.url. So for example, what should we do when it's /? Or what should we do when it's home? And so on. So let's assume that we have a home.html file, very basic template HTML, and we want to display this file when we go to /home. All we need to do is write the header, which is in this case text HTML, and then in here we want to read home.html and write it to the response. So we can use fs.readFileSync /home.html, and of course we need the fs module, and let's try it. There you go. Excellent. What if we have an about.html, and now we also want to support /about? So it's the exact same code as this portion, so we can actually make it dynamic. Let's make it support both home and about, and let's make this part dynamic, because this is the exact request.url part. So first convert this into a template string, and then this part becomes variable request.url, just like that. Let's test. We can now see the about page and the home page. So what should we do on the root route? How about we redirect the user to /home? With Node, we just write a header for that. So it's write head, and we'll use 301 here to indicate a permanent move. And the header that we want to write here is the location header. So this is permanently moved to /home. And we still need to end the response. So now when we request the / route, it will tell us that it was moved permanently to /home. By the way, this first number here is the HTTP status code. We can actually take a look at all the status codes using http.statuscodes. So you'll see all of them here. 301 is moved permanently. If you need to work with JSON data, say that we have a route here, we'll make it /API. So this route is going to respond with some data. Let's assume that we have the data here in a constant. This data is some kind of object, and we want to respond with this data as JSON. So we need to do two things. First, the content type in this case is application/JSON. And the information that we want to write here is a stringified version of the JSON object. So it's json.stringify the data variable. And we can test that. So in here, if we go to /API, we'll get back a JSON response. Now, what happens if we request something that does not exist? Right now, the server does not respond with anything, and it will eventually time out. So this would be this default case here. So we should probably respond with 404 in this case. So 404 means not found. We should still end the response here. So let's try it now. It will give me a 404 not found.